I don't trust a soul, I don't trust nobody. Do it by some, I don't trust my own body. You would take a shot and you took her to Chrome Palace. It only took me one car, got a just this, my boyfriend put me for a show. I'm rocking white and gold, they look like I got ties. Water coming in and out, it never was a drop. The opposition, tripling head. Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention, finna show you how to get it. First we make 100, then you stay down, stack your rest, I'll never spin me. 4 Giottos, panorama, smooth spinning. Extra green up in my pocket, look like spinach. I put gold all in my mouth, I had a dentist. Go for 2 more, then I finish. I said, better late than never, better late than never. You're better late than never, better late than never. Better late than never, better late than never. You're better late than never, better late than never. Yeah, I call my blade. Shit, pop it up.
This is the NBA Finals, Game 2. The Nets come in off a critical Game 1 win and are now poised and prepared as they attempt to take a 2-0 lead against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Which heroes will rise? The NBA playoffs start now.
We are on the biggest stage in professional basketball, the NBA Finals. We're set for Game 2 on 2K Sports. Tonight could give us a picture of where this series is headed. Joined by Coach Stan Van Gundy and Grant Hill. This is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. Now let's check out the starters for Brooklyn. Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. Cam Thomas out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3. And for the Timberwolves, Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Naz Reid out there with Julius Randle. And it's Conley in at the 1. You look at Brooklyn. In Game 1, they wrestled away home court advantage. They get greedy tonight.
Well, another win would put them in complete control. The coaching staff admonishing them not to be satisfied with the split. This is where champions go for it all.
Now here's Thomas. There's Bogdanovich with the 3. Drops in the 3.
A staple in Bogdanovich's arsenal. His three-point shot is as reliable as it gets.
And Edwards slams it in.
Wow, this is how explosive Edwards can be. He finishes with such force at the rim.
And that replay courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Kick. Johnson for 3. The offensive rebound. Thomas outside. Clock at 6. The Nets need to get off a shot here. The shot by Johnson, no good. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. To the paint. Here's Reid. Up and in on the layup.
And Reid is a very active player. Love seeing him be this aggressive inside.
Thomas, right side. Over Edwards. Thomas misses. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Outside for Russell. Almost 2 minutes into the first here. Here's Claxton. On target from about 13 feet.
I mean, what do you expect when you give him the clear look? That's just too easy.
And it is dangerous to let him get it going this early.
Now here's Randle. McDaniels from long range. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
And when McDaniels is hitting this, look out, because it opens up everything else for him offensively.
Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. And they're on the break. Edwards with it. Russell covering. Shot is good by Edwards.
Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Now here's Russell. Bogdanovich from long range. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
And you can tell Bogdanovich is comfortable down in the corners. He knows he's got the shot dialed in.
There's the double with Bogdanovich. It's Edwards on the wing. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Brooklyn has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Thomas That's good.
Man, how about the selflessness from Bogdanovich? I mean, all forgetting it to an open teammate.
And it's Conley with the ball for the Timberwolves. They trail by 1. Edwards for 3. Edwards can't get that one to fall.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that open.
And stolen by Edwards. From about 19. Rebounded by Johnson.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots. Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Shot from the wing. McDaniels can't hit.
You can't ask for a cleaner look than that. He just couldn't deliver.
Inside. Stolen by Reed. Here's Conley. Here's Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
An intense player on the boards. Love seeing Randall get after it and punish the opposition.
Here's Thomas. That shot's good. Russell making the play. Russell's got 3 assists in the game. These teams just feeling each other out.
Yeah, I love the spirit out there. Already 6 lead exchanges.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Gobert's checked in for Reed. Ingles comes in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Anthony Edwards. And it's DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. Now here's DiVincenzo. This one for 3. Knocks down the long J.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Brooklyn trailing. Here's Melton. Randall pulls down the board. Grant, they could attempt a 2 for 1 here.
They could. The key here is a good look.
The 3, DiVincenzo. Clowney pulls it in. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Simmons. Yep, that one's good.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
The Timberwolves have gone 6 of 13 so far in this one. Here's DiVincenzo. Boom! He jammed it straight down.
And the slam was so good. But the dribble move he made to get there was a thing of beauty.
Absolutely. What a slick play. Johnson for 3. Nails it from 3. Wow, 8 lead changes in the first half. Unbelievable.
Yeah, both sides digging in for what looks like a war.
Fires from way outside. And that's not going to go. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. It's the Nets. They lead by 1. And the energy is palpable in this arena. Welcome back to the NBA Finals on 2K Sports. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for Brooklyn.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. And there's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Nets. They've got Williams. He's out there with DeAnthony Melton. Johnson is out there with Ben Simmons. And it's Clowney in at the power forward position. No one covering. DiVincenzo's got 8 points.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
The pass-first nature of Simmons. Fantastic job scanning the floor and finding the open teammate.
And they double up Edwards. Pass to Gobert. Here's DiVincenzo. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. DiVincenzo's got 5 points in the quarter. Brooklyn has gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. Melton on the wing. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Outside, Alexander Walker. And the foul on Ben Simmons. That's his first foul. And here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees with the foul. He does not hesitate to ask for a second look. It's a pretty heated game. Every call matters.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart.
The previous play is under review.
The thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the ref.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
And they double up Gobert. 6 on the shot clock. And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. Melton outside. Pass to Johnson. Cuts off the pass. Alexander Walker with it. And Johnson picks him up defensively. They get it back.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
And the timeout called here by Jordi Fernandez. He wants to review the game plan. Minnesota with some changes. Reed comes in for Ingles, and Mike Conley is subbed in for Alexander Walker. So Brooklyn going with almost an entire new group here. Claxton, he's checked in for Simmons. Bojan Bogdanovic, he comes in for Clowney. Thomas, he's checked in for Williams. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Melton. Outside Conley. Pass to DiVincenzo. And a miss there on the triple.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
And here's Thomas from the arc. It's rebounded by Minnesota. The three, DiVincenzo. Minnesota again missing. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. And Gobert with a block.
Well, you have to be aware of Gobert on the floor. He's got a few Defensive Player of the Year trophies.
And Minnesota with some changes. Julius Randle's checked in for Rudy Gobert. And Jaden McDaniels subbed in for DiVincenzo.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Randle outside. Shoots over Johnson. And Randle the bucket on the assist by Edwards. Randle's got his second basket of the game. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Forget just winning the title. The question is, will this team lose a game in the playoffs?
I'm not sure, B.A. I mean, they've won their first 9 games of the playoffs. They're the hottest team in the world right now. Unless something drastic changes, they're on a collision course with the Larry O'Brien trophy.
Fires in the triple.
They are shooting it well from beyond the arc right now.
Thomas outside. Out to the right wing. Outside Russell. Here's the 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
There's the double with Bogdanovic. Outside McDaniels. Edwards for 3. Anthony Edwards rains one in.
This quarter, they're doing some real damage from outside the arc. Trying to stay within striking distance here.
Here's Thomas. And there's another one for the Nets.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
Outside Reed. Out to the wing. Back to Randall. Brooklyn pulls it in. Claxton's got 4 rebounds now. Edwards against Thomas. Bogdanovich passes to Johnson. From downtown, and again it's Brooklyn from deep.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Pass to Edwards. The 3-ball. Offensive board. They shoot again. Ooh, the finish inside by Edwards.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Here's Johnson. Deflected.
Yeah, nice swat by Randall, using his size and good anticipation to get in the shooter's way.
From the arc. And Edwards good for 3. And now just a 2-point Brooklyn lead.
And after not making any threes in the first half, he now has 2 here in the second half. Let's see if he continue to add to that.
Johnson for 3. That shot missing. Cam Thomas getting it done for Brooklyn. Hitting 3 trays in the quarter, providing some sharp shooting. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
Greetings, one and all. The postseason drama we love, and no disappointment here as it's a close game so far for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Well, they're not settling for long jumpers. They're getting the ball into the paint. And you know I love that.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, you know what? I played with Akeem, too. I liked it.
Looking at how the Nets are doing in this series, everyone is talking about their Game 1 victory. You think they can take the first 2 on the road?
Well, props to them for getting it done. And that first game especially. I think they can do it again, Ernie.
Well, they'll have to keep up that intensity, play sharp, and if they can, wow, headed home up 2-0. They'll be sitting in a great, great spot.
They would indeed. That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And let's get you back to the action as Game 2 is getting underway. We've seen Cam Thomas really having a great game.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
The Nets with the lead. Conley and Ant are the 1 and the 2. McDaniels out there with Julius Randle. And it's Reed in at the center position. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Claxton passes to Russell. From deep, Johnson. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Russell's got 6 assists here tonight.
And this is exactly how Russell does solid assist numbers. I mean, just great delivery on that play.
And that one's good from Conley.
There's a touch of artistry to the floater. Takes feel as much as skill.
Russell up top. He's guarded by Conley. Russell against Conley. Outside Bogdanovich. Launches it. And the Nets, another 3.
I love how fast Bogdanovich makes decisions on offense, including when to catch passes and fire away.
Pass to Edwards. Over Thomas. Edwards, no good. Nets leading by 6. Right side, Russell. Goes up and lays it in, nice and easy. Russell's got 5 points.
They've got the offense clicking. 3 for 4 to start the half and looking confident.
first minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. Pass to Randall. 6 to shoot. Over Claxton. Claxton with the block. Thomas with the ball. He's picked up by Edwards. Off his foot. And they're saying he kicked the ball. And here's Thomas from the arc. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Randall's got 4 rebounds in the game. Now here's Edwards. 12 points for him. Outside McDaniels. Outside Conley. Shot clock at 6. Ooh, once again off the mark by Minnesota.
1 for 4 in the second half. Just trying to get into a rhythm.
Pass to Thomas. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Puts up a 3. They grab their own miss. For 3, Randall. Doesn't go that time. Nets leading by 8. And there's the lob. Thomas finds Claxton. Stolen by Conley. McDaniels passes to Reed. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in the game. Pass to Bogdanovich. Fires from deep. Minnesota with a rebound. Reed's got 6 rebounds here tonight. To win the cold spell. Count it. McDaniels got his second basket on the night.
Takes a lot of control to hit that mid-ranger, and McDaniels has it.
Here's Russell. It's good. And the Nets lead by 8.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
Minnesota's got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. We've seen Cam Thomas really having a great game.
Well, now the question is, how do you scheme this guy? Try to take the ball out of his hands? Bring a second defender? I'm curious to see what they do.
DiVincenzo, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Randall, the pass to Edwards. Back to Randall. There's the 3. Buries it from 3. Randall's got 7 points.
When you have Randall on your team, you'll space out that floor.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. Here's Clowney. And all around the rim that time before dropping.
Yeah, the more he knocks those down, the more confidence this coaching staff's going to have in him.
Melton against DiVincenzo. Let's go with a 3. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Pass to Clowney. Outside Russell. Williams with it. From deep, Melton. It's rebounded by Anthony Edwards.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And he gets the bucket. Now just a 2-point Nets lead.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Minnesota with some changes. Gobert's checked in for Reed. Ingles comes in for Edwards. And it's Alexander Walker in for Conley. 40 seconds left in the third quarter here. Johnson on the wing. The 3. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. 12 points for him.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Brooklyn out in front. They lead by 4. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling here on 2K Sports. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the court for the Nets as we get the fourth quarter going. We've got the Anthony Melton. He's out there with Williams. And it's Simmons in at the 5, roaming the paint. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
Also, they were ultra consistent from outside, hitting a high percentage of those shots tonight.
That one misses. Timberwolves trail by 3. Edwards with it. Right side, Alexander Walker. They set a pick to tie it up. Rebounded by the Nets. Williams from long range. He buries it from 3. And the Nets lead by 6.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
And here's Edwards outside. Clowney pulls it in. Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
Things are definitely working offensively. A balanced attack is just so much harder to defend.
DiVincenzo on the wing. Melton covers. Good chance here for DiVincenzo. Wide open, but he couldn't capitalize.
Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive action.
Williams on the wing. Melton outside for 3. And the Nets, another 3.
Such an effective shooter. If you lose track of him defensively, he's going to make you pay.
And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the T-Wolves. 9-point game. And Chris Finch has called timeout, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Reed's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Julius Randle comes in for Ingles. McDaniels is checked in for Alexander Walker. And Conley subbed in for DiVincenzo. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. He seems pretty disappointed with the three-point shooting, telling his crew we have to start making more outside shots. I want to see more threes out there. Let's get aggressive. Coach is hoping some big production can make a splash for them.
Thanks for that, Allie. He hits the second from the line.
And Bogdanovich is a scorer through and through, especially from outside the arc.
Randle outside. Outside Edwards. Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
Johnson with a bucket.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Timberwolves trail by 12. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. The kick out to Conley. Sinks it from distance.
Just a veteran play by Conley there, giving the D no time to react.
Bogdanovich, no good.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
First team foul.
Free throw drops for Conley.
Well, the leadership and steadiness Mike Conley brings to his team can't be overstated. A true locker room leader and a vet who sets a great tone out on the floor. Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Outside Johnson from outside the arc. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Russell's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him tonight. Pass to Conley. All alone. And it goes straight through with a swish. Conley's got 9 points now in the second half.
Well, if anyone epitomizes take what the defense gives you, it's Mike Conley.
Hey, now 5 for 8. Shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Yeah, and when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
Shot is good by Edwards.
Well, you need a bucket? Give it to Edwards. He's got that clutch.
Here's Claxton. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Outside McDaniels. Some solid defense from Claxton. Nets leading by 5. And here's Thomas from the arc. Good! Now 7 for 11 on the night.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one. Doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
Bogdanovich against Conley. Here's Claxton. That three's off the mark. Minnesota's got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the fourth. Shoots off the step back. Rejected by Claxton. There's Bogdanovich with the 3. McDaniels with the rebound. Minnesota with the ball. Trailing by 8. Reed passes to Conley. Minnesota again missing. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Johnson for 3. Pure from 3-point range. And the Nets lead by 11.
Excellent effort on the road. They've literally sucked the energy out of this arena.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
A deep 3. Missed it. So we see the Nets taking the W here. And this win shows they have the momentum so far in this series. Up 2 games to none now.
They just look so confident out there. They're playing selfless ball, and their chemistry has never looked better.
That concludes Game 2 of the NBA Finals. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson signing off. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Cameron Johnson.
Do what I should.